Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and we are now into almost July. And if you look at where we're at now in the standings, we're 44-34, 10 games over 500, probably where we kind of expect it to be. But if you look at who we're going up against next, we have a couple of tough games. I mean, we have a series with the Mets. Getting closer to the All-Star break, we have a series with the Nationals. Then we have a series with the Orioles, who are actually doing pretty good. Remember, the Orioles signed Bryce Harper in the offseason. They got Freddie Galvis as well. They have Trey Mancini. I mean, they have a squad. So starting this series out, this episode out, playing up against the New York Mets. And we're on the road for this 4-game series. So this is a crucial series versus a division rival. And we can overtake first place and kind of separate ourselves a little bit. So you see Domingo Santana went deep in the first inning. So we have Marco Estrada on the mound facing DeGrom on the other side. And here he is getting Abdul Cabrera to strike out. Here he's getting Conforto to strike out. And then Cespedes. Can we get 3 in the first inning? Yes, we can. Cespedes goes down swinging. And Estrada gets out of the first inning, 3 strikeouts. So here's Justin Bour coming to the plate in the second inning as he gets a pitch to hit. And he drives that one into the upper deck for a home run. And Justin Bour, like I said, he's been hot, heating up a little bit coming into this All-Star break, and he's looking to make the All-Star team once again. Remember, he made it last year. So now we have a 2-0 lead going into the 5th inning, and Marco Estrada is on the mound dealing as he gets the runner to ground out to second base. And next he gets the next hitter to ground out once again to second base. And now we have 2 outs here in this inning with TJ Rivera coming up, and he gets a pitch to hit on 3-2 count, hits one down the right field line off the wall, and Domingo Santana is going to come up throwing, but TJ Rivera is going to make it into second here with a stand-up double. But that's going to be the closest they're going to get to scoring a run, because Estrada is just on his game this game, and he gets to pop out 2 Real Muto here in the 5th inning. So now we're up to the 7th inning now. Justin Bour coming out to the plate, getting a walk, and he's starting this inning out with a base runner. So here comes Jung Ho Kang. He gets a nice pitch to hit, but that one's just not deep enough. Cespedes playing center field this game, tracks it down in the outfield, gets to it. So now facing 1 out, 2-1 count. JT Realmuto hits a hard liner to the right center gap, and that's not exactly Triple's alley, and we don't have the fastest runner rounding third, but Justin Bour is going to come in, and he's going to slide in safe after the catcher does mishandle that, and we do get another run, some insurance, as Leury Garcia comes up, but he can't help us out. He strikes out. Leury Garcia just straight struggling this season, and I don't know. We did sign him to a 2-year contract, I believe, in the offseason, because I knew he would be a good utility guy. I believe it was a 3-year contract, and I knew he would be a good utility guy. Even if he eventually got his spot taken, I knew he would be a valuable asset to our team just because he can provide some depth in the outfield. I think that's one guy that I'll probably never trade throughout the lifetime of his contract, just because he's just so valuable. He can step in case of an injury. He can start if needed. And this season, he's just taken a step back. I still believe in him, but he is struggling so far this year as Bartolo Colon Jr. gets another save on the year. That's going to make it 24 for him. And, I mean, Marco Estrada pitching pretty good this year. He's 7-4 on the season, pitching pretty well for us. So now we go on to the next game in this series, and we take this one 4-1. So now we go into the 3rd game of this series with Michael Fulmer on the mound, and you know he's been hot lately as he strikes out Cabrera that time, and now he's facing Conforto, and Conforto cannot hit that one. And Michael Fulmer continuing a pretty good season with the Marlins so far within the few games he's been with us. So we're facing Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, and you know Nathan Eovaldi actually is a pretty good pitcher. He's an above average pitcher. He has a fast fastball, but in the top of the 2nd, that fastball is taken over the fence as Justin Bour hits one to right center, and Justin Bour is showing some power, and he's just one of those guys, I think, in this game that just hits way better than what he does in real life, because coming up to the plate is Starlin Castro, and he takes one deep, and that one's going to be out of the park, and back-to-back home runs for the Miami Marlins here in the second inning as Starlin Castro goes deep to right field, opposite field. And going back to Bour, I swear, Bour is just one of those guys that maybe in this game he's just a bit better than what he is in real life, as Manny Machado, playing some defense, gets to the ground ball up the middle, saving a potential hit, and Michael Fulmer is just on the mound dealing. So now we're on to the top of the fourth. I'm showing Justin Bour because here he is once again, this time hitting a no-doubt home run to deep right field into the upper deck, and that one's going to be his 20th home run on the season right before All-Star break, and he's on track to pretty much have his career high in home runs, and we're not even at All-Star break yet, and he has 20. And Justin Bour, like I said, providing some offense. So here he is once again. We got to show him he's hot. And here he is getting another pitch to hit. This time it stays in the yard, but nonetheless a hard hit to the right center gap. And he is going to slide into second, safe under the tag. So he's continuing a magical day here at the plate as Starlin Castro comes up. Remember, he hit a home run as well. He hits one deep to right field, and that one is just going to stay in the yard. He almost hits his second home run of the game. So now we move on to the top of the seventh inning. Real Muto is starting this inning off with a walk as Leury Garcia comes up, and he draws the walk as well. So Fulmer is actually giving us a pretty good game here. No runs allowed through 7 innings as Lewis Brinson gets a pitch to hit, and he hits it into right field. That one drops before the right fielder there. So now 1 out, bases loaded for Jung Ho Kang, and he hits one, but that one's going to be stopped there. And nice play by saving almost 2 runs on that play, but we do get one across the plate. So now with a 3-2 count, 2 outs, Domingo Santana is going to ground out to third base, and they're going to get out of this inning with only 1 run surrendered. So now Justin Bour comes up in the top of the 8th inning this time, and he is just red hot. 4 for 4 in this game with that hit, and that's going to be 2 home runs, 2 doubles for Justin Bour as he continues. Like I said, he's getting hot, man. He started out the season hitting below 220, and now he's up to about 280 on the season as one of the guys that is still down there in the 220s. Real Muto strikes out swinging. So now on to the top of the 9th inning. Leury Garcia finally gets going at the bottom of our lineup, and Jung Ho Kang on a 3-2 count, 2 outs. The runner is in motion. He gets the hit to the right side. So now that means the top of the lineup is coming up with Domingo Santana hitting one hard up the middle off of the pitcher, deflecting, and Domingo Santana does beat it out at first base. So another run coming across the plate as Michael Fulmer is attempting to complete a complete game shutout, and here he is facing I believe this is Conforto here. I don't think that's actually Conforto, but nonetheless we get a double play to end the game as Michael Fulmer shows his versatility. Not only is he a strikeout pitcher, not only does he not give up a lot of hits, but he can pitch these complete games, and we didn't use any of our bullpen, and these are the kind of games that I expect from an ace, expect from our elite pitchers, getting us through games without using much bullpen at all. So now we move on to the next game in this series. We actually lose that one, so now we actually win 3 of 4 versus the Mets, and that is going to be a start to something. But then we lose the last game, and then we lose the first 2 at home to the Baltimore Orioles, and you can see they're actually pretty decent as we jump into this third game. They beat us the first 2 games in the series, and we have Jose Urena, who's actually been, like I said, the surprise of this season, as he is at the bottom of our rotation, but he shows that he is just killing it for us. So now we're facing Bryce Harper for the first time in an Orioles uniform. We get to see what he's like. Remember, he played for the Nationals, and he haunted us, and once again he continues to haunt us as he doesn't forget what he's been doing to the Marlins his whole career in that division. He takes that one deep. Jose Urena cannot believe it, but he kind of can, because Bryce Harper has just been killing us killing us so far in this series. On the Nationals, now on the Orioles. So now we're facing Andrew Kashner in the bottom of the first inning, and hopefully we avoid the sweep in this series as Lewis Brinson starts out this game with the hit to the right side. So here comes Starlin Castro hitting one deep on a hit and run, and I thought that was going to be caught, so I held up Brinson a little bit. I probably could have came around to score, but I thought that could have been a double play potentially. So now we got guys on first and second here with no outs here in the inning, and Domingo Santana does exactly what I want. He didn't get the hit, but he did advance the runner to home and advanced Starlin Castro to third. So now Machado comes up, and he's actually facing his former team here. So this is a little bit of, maybe not payback for maybe not offering him that big contract, trying to retain him. But he grounds out to the pitcher, and they do get out of this inning with the ground ball to Scope. So now we go on to the top of the second inning, this time facing Greg Bird. And Greg Bird coming over from the Yankees, he drives one deep to right field, and that one's gone. So Jose Urena gives up 2 home runs in the first 2 innings as he struggles here, and it's not something that's very characteristic of him. He doesn't really give up many big flies, but to 2 big power bats like Greg Bird and Bryce Harper, it's not uncommon to see that. So now we're on to the top of the third inning. Baltimore getting a couple base runners as Bryce Harper comes up once again, delivers another shot that time, drives in another run, and now it's a 3-1 lead for the Orioles as Mancini does go around on that one on the outside slider, and we do get Scope here to strike out. So one more, can we make it 3 in the inning as Greg Bird strikes out on the high heat. So after giving up a run that time, we do strike out 3 straight batters. But the story of this game and this series as a whole is that our offense just could not get going as Austin Nola subbing in for Real Muto this game. He's actually grounding into a double play. Brinson goes down looking. Santana pops out to Scope. I mean, we just cannot do anything in this series as Machado swings at a pitch in the dirt, and we're just looking sloppy. Our offense just goes flat, and that's not a good sign going into All-Star break. You want to have some bats that are alive going into All-Star break, and ours just aren't. That Rusney Castillo trade is looking pretty good right now. Maybe we can look around for other trades. We need to get guys that, if we are going to make a trade that isn't going to require a lot to get, but we do want to bolster our hitting. I mean, really, Real Muto isn't doing so good. Leury Garcia isn't doing so well. So we need to do something here because this offense is just stagnant right now, heading into almost All-Star break. So you guys don't want to miss any action. Like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, I'm reading all you guys' comments. I'm seeing who you guys say I should go after. So we'll probably address that in the next video. So you don't want to miss that one. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, because we're going to All-Star break and we need to make some changes. We need to get better because we're competing. So stay tuned. Let's go.